Welcome. It is another episode of the Professional Triers Darwin Awards. I am so happy. I love this show. It is so much fun. And tonight I have got a good buddy of mine, Jay Danielson. How are you, sir?
I am good. How are you, Vinny?
I am great. Jay's a great dude. He's got a nice display. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited. I'm excited for this episode.
Woohoo!
I'm excited for all episodes, but I love doing guests with friends of mine. There's just an obvious better dynamic there. It's always more fun. Not that any of my other episodes haven't been with friends; they all are. But
yeah, it's easier to make fun of friends than it is strangers.
it is
Very.
because with strangers, that is the point of this show. I want to hear their stories. I want to tease them a little bit, and we're gonna have a good time. But it is harder with strangers because you still feel the obligation to be nice.
Yep, there's a social obligation.
Yep.
Which is good.
Whereas with you, I don't give a shit. I'll tell you how ugly you are.
And you too, Vinny. You're one bald, ugly bastard.
Oh no, I am beautiful. I am a beautiful man. Beautiful man. That's what John's gonna write in what he learned in this episode.
Yes.
He's gonna write that I learned, or David, he's gonna I learned that Vinny is a beautiful man. Okay, buddy. So let's get right at this. There are no rules that we need to discuss because we don't have your wife on with you. Some of their previous episodes, we've had the guest's wife, and they are the one doing the speaking. So we had to make the combat fight rules. But in your case, I am going to let you just go right at it, buddy. Give me a good story of a time when you either did something dumb, you did something you shouldn't have done, you made yourself look like an idiot in some way.
Yeah, and I did talk to my wife, and she is not feeling. She's under the weather tonight, so. But I did check with her to see if she was available, and she's
based
not.
On a previous episode, people may understand this. Does she have a woman's cold or a man's cold? And what that means is she tough about it, or is she a total whiny baby when she's cold, when she's sick?
She's tough about it, but she does want to be left alone. So no, she's not. It's a woman's cold. She does not give me soup, take care of me, rub my feet, nothing like that.
Okay, so she's pretty tough about it. She doesn't have a man cold.
Yeah, not like you, Vinny. I've heard about when you get a cold.
Oh yeah, and that is a discussion Jordan and I had in a previous episode. Was that we both get man colds. We are whiny babies when we are sick. So okay, I'm sorry. Your wife is sick at the moment. My blessings to you, dear. It'll be a couple of weeks, unfortunately, before you hear this. I hope you're healthy by the time you hear this. But my blessings to you. Please get healthy. Jay, go on.
Okay. I think that I think first of all today, let's start with one thing that happened today. For those of you that don't believe that Bermuda Triangles exist, I can honestly say after the day I had today that I believe that they do. And there's one located in Seattle. And that being said, I broke down in 2 different trucks today at the same intersection. And it's 45 minutes from my office. We're not talking some intersection I drive through 3 or 4 times a day. But yes, I had 2 trucks break on me today, the same day.
Now, are these fairly nice trucks, or are both of these beater trucks?
Both of them are older trucks. They're both 99s. One's a 99 Ford 550, and one's a 99 Kenworth. And the 550 decided that the gas pedal, it's fly-by-wire, and it decided that it just wanted to stop working. So that was in the morning. Yeah.
That is, I'd just say creepy.
Yeah.
So that one,
very odd. They go out, it happens, and they're fly-by-wire. There's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, that one got towed. And then later in the day, I had the semi, and I was going to the same intersection. I took a right this time, and I broke the airline. The airline broke right behind the glad hand to the trailer. So the brakes locked up on the trailer, and I was blocking 2.5 lanes.
So, being that it was a Friday and you broke 2 trucks,
It's
did
not the
you at
13th.
did you at least get to like have a great lunch or something on Friday? Because this sounds like a shitty day.
No, I had to push harder to make up for lost time.
Ah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
On Fridays, I always try to go get a nice, delicious lunch on Fridays just to make my day good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just the odds of it happening are like, what the,
Are
you know?
astronomical.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know what? The night's not over. Maybe I need to go buy a lottery ticket. I don't know.
or maybe you shouldn't do
So,
that.
well, let's keep it at $20 then.
Okay. Okay, so I heard you were asking off the air about stories in which case you got injured.
Injured. I've had a
I'm
few.
curious in this now.
Now, see, and here's the biggest one is I've injured myself twice in the same fashion over a matter of 5 or 6 years. I did the same thing kind of twice. I have shot myself in the hand with a nail gun twice.
Whoa. You've shot yourself in the hand with a nail gun twice. Now,
Yeah.
is it the same hand?
I don't know. Well, most likely because I'm right-handed. I'm not ambidextrous at all. So I believe both times were the left hand.
Okay.
I know for fact one was. So realistically, it probably was. One time we were doing some rafters on a cabin, and I actually nailed just right inside that little bit of skin right there between the thumb.
Oh,
I actually nailed it to the rafter.
okay. So for the people listening and not watching the video, he's talking that meaty, fleshy part of your hand that is in the curve between your thumb and
Thumb.
your index finger.
Right.
That curved part where the web is. Yeah, it's basically the webbed area
Yeah.
where it's thick and meaty and squishy, where there's no bone. That's the part he's talking about.
And that time I actually nailed it to the rafter while I was up on the ladder. So I don't remember how I dealt with it. I believe someone had to bring me pliers so I could remove the nail and come down off the ladder.
This is going to be a extremely weird fact. All right. But you can make fun of me for this, for the fact that I know this. But I can remember, it has stuck with me for whatever reason. I remember reading a news article or seeing a video or something where they were interviewing a cannibal, a known cannibal. And they asked them the question of, this is going somewhere, I promise. They asked the question of, like, what part of the human body is the most delicious? And he said that area, that thick, meaty, fatty area between your thumb and your index finger, that squishy part there.
Yeah, it is
That's what he
squishy.
said. See, now there's my door that you can make fun of me that I know that. That's weird that has stuck with me all these years.
It's a little scary too, but
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I guess if I was put in a situation where I had to be cannibalistic, I guess in my own defense, I know which part to go for first.
yeah. And yeah, on the subject of cannibalism, what was the book? What was the book where, and it was a movie where the plane went down with the soccer team? What
With the
was that?
soccer team, I don't know that.
It's a book and a movie where the plane went down in South America somewhere, and they had to resort to cannibalism of the people that passed. What was it? I can't remember the name of it, but I can't remember if it was the small intestine tasted like cheese or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Enough
Less
about all
gruesome.
this.
A
Yeah,
less
this
of
is gruesome.
a gruesome topic. Okay. So
And so the
tell us
second
the
time,
other time that you got
yeah.
your nail gunned your hand.
So the second time, when you're installing, what are the metal brackets? When you're framing, what are those metal brackets called?
The plates and stuff.
Yeah, the plates.
I
Oh,
don't know
I
what
can't
they're
remember
called, but
the manufacturer's name. So I framed my whole house, but now I can't remember.
I'm not a framer. I'm an electrician.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so a nail gun, you can actually nail those, and they make an attachment where there's a guide pin that you put into the hole, and it'll shoot the nail right into the hole. And I don't know if it bounced or I released pressure, but the gun bounced, and it actually shot, for people that can't see, into the furthest knuckle of my thumb. And it went into the knuckle and probably 5/8 to 3/4 of the way back.
Ugh.
So the nail head was only sticking out less than an inch.
Ugh.
And that one, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so then for our Letterkenny fans, is that the first knuckle or the second?
Or the second knuckle. And yeah.
I see, because I don't get the reference of how do people argue that your finger wait, what's the argument that it's a 2-knuckler or a 3-knuckler?
Right. And I don't know. I've never fully understood that joke.
No, because I don't understand, how does a finger only have 2 knuckles?
It doesn't. And I've never fully,
There's 3 knuckles.
Yep.
1, 2, and 3. The one that you punch with, I don't know, the middle one, and then the one close to the tip.
The shortest.
Unless the argument is that the big ones, ones by your palm, unless they're counting that those aren't finger knuckles, that those are hand knuckles.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never got that reference. I've wondered the same thing. But
we're sidetracked easily.
Yes. We don't have ADD. We have no ADD in this room at all.
We've talked cannibalism. We've talked knuckles. How many knuckles you have in your hand?
So I climbed down again. Of course, I was on a ladder. I climbed down and yelled out my wife's name. My dad was present when this happened, and I yelled for my wife, and she met me in the backyard. And I sat down, and she went and got a pair of pliers, and God bless her soul, she grabbed a pair of vice grips or pliers and pulled it right out.
Oh, your wife pulled it out?
Uh-huh.
All right, so your wife pulls out. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. But my father, we didn't see him for another 15, 20 minutes. We don't know where he went. And we found out he went home, which is right next door. And I asked him, where did you go? Oh, I don't really like blood that well, so I kind of decided to go home and have lunch. I'm like, what? I have a nail through my hand and you go to have lunch? Thanks, Dad.
That is good.
I love that man. I love that man, but hey, at least he was honest.
Yeah.
He knew my wife was present and I was in good hands.
Did he at least ask, were you okay?
Oh, no, he asked when I got back. And then I said, where did you go? So, yeah.
So all is well. He cared.
Yeah, he cared. He saw my wife had it under control and excused himself.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so what dumb shit have you done that did not involve a nail gun?
Oh, I've had a 3-legged ladder collapse on me because I didn't.
What the hell is a 3-legged ladder?
An orchard ladder.
Oh, okay.
But this,
yes, okay.
I wouldn't really call it an orchard ladder because it's a 16-foot tall ladder. I don't know if that still qualifies as an orchard ladder,
Okay, I guess, yeah, when you say orchard ladder, though, whether it's technically, like, is it champagne? If it's not champagne,
right?
If it's not an orchard ladder, I wouldn't know what to call it.
Right.
But yeah, when you say orchard ladder, okay, now I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah, but you don't think of an orchard ladder being 16 foot tall, do you?
That would be scary.
Yeah, that's a tall orchard ladder.
That would be I don't know how tall an orchard ladder typically is, but I would say if it's above 10, right, I would be concerned.
And I have a 10-foot orchard ladder that I love because I can get close to the house. I love my 10-footer. But
Okay, I could see if you've got trees that you're trying to get into, but how do you use an orchard ladder on your house that is better than a typical A-frame or extension?
because if I'm not, my roof line is high. So if I'm working on the house itself, I can angle it 3 legs. And then the other thing too is like with the flower beds, for me it works well. It's at a 45-degree angle kind of.
Mm.
So 2 legs are up against the house, and that third one on the ladder portion is away from the house. But for
See,
me, it
I
works
plan
great.
to put a whole bunch next year with a Christmas display. I did intend to put a whole bunch of blinders up in the trees.
Right.
And, 10, 12, 14 foot up, probably 12 to 14 foot up blinders, just mount them onto the tree. And an orchard ladder would be handy for that.
Well, I mean, I like the orchard ladder just because it's quick, and if you're dealing with bushes on the ground, you're not fighting with those because it's that single on the front side or back side, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I have a 10-footer. It's lighter. I love that ladder. That one I love, but that 16-footer, yeah,
We'll
that
have
one.
to hit up JR. See if he'll let us borrow a ladder.
My orchard ladder actually was left behind by my plumbers. I inherited that one.
The plumbers left you
Yeah.
an orchard ladder? What do plumbers have an orchard ladder for? What is wrong with Seattle?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they left it behind when they did the plumbing on my house. When they did all the roughing.
They probably left it behind on purpose, thinking this was dumb. Why did we buy this ladder? Screw
Why do
it,
we
just
own
leave
it?
it here.
Yeah, why do we own an orchard ladder?
Just leave it here. I don't care. We're not doing a lot of tree plumbing. They don't do a lot of tree houses, putting sinks and toilets in tree houses.
But then again, a 3-legged ladder, you can get into closets easier because it doesn't take up as much
Again,
real estate.
they're not doing a lot of plumbing in the closet. Okay. Now, I'm gonna eat it. I know we'll get messages like,
Oh
"Well,
yes.
I'm a plumber and I ran some pipes through a closet one time." And I'm not saying you did it. I'm not saying you did it. I'm just saying the
It's
bulk
not.
of your work is
It's not
not
general
there.
practice.
Not
It's
there.
not.
That's not the
Yeah.
majority of your work. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh.
But
Oh
yeah,
dear Lord.
that tall orchard ladder, I extended the ropes because it was so big. It had ropes to keep that third leg from coming all the way out. And I went over my kitchen island. I was doing the pennant lights up on the ceiling, but it's a great room with a vaulted ceiling, and so that's at the 14-foot mark, or no, 16 feet at the center, and I was a little bit off center. And yeah, that ladder went down, and I went straight down to the concrete floor. Fractured L4. Yay!
No fun. Did any of these injuries happen during Christmas light work?
These are all previous to Christmas lights.
Have you
I
had
think
any Christmas light injuries?
no, nothing significant. I mean, I probably lost my balance, but regained it on a ladder. Nothing that was actually an injury.
Those oh shit moments
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the ladder shifts or something. You're like,
Yep.
oh,
No,
oh God.
You need a new pair of underwear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're testing to see the stability of your heart.
Yes.
To see if it was ready to explode. Because if it didn't explode at that moment, it's not your time yet.
Hey, you're good for another 5 years.
Yep, you're good. I can remember a time that Maggie was distracting me, and I was not thinking about what I was doing. I was being dumb. I was distracted. I was being dumb. I wasn't paying attention to the work I was doing because I had done it 2 million freaking times before, and I was unscrewing the hot wire and neutral AC wires from my DC power supply. I was unscrewing them, pulling the wires back out of the power supply. Had not yet unplugged the cord. Needs to say, I almost hit myself. Yep, it was really freaking close. I got lucky because the two wires touched each other. So at that moment, it goes, choo, 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 and I'm like, oh, shit.
Pop.
So I was like, oh, it is a really good thing because I was very close that I could have been touching both of those at the same time and gotten hit. And then, incidentally, I don't know at 120 volts. I should be able to tell you this better as an electrician, but if there's a good chance in case I had gotten hit and not been able to release, Maggie wouldn't have known to not try to pull me off, and so she probably would have gotten hit too. Well, if I had been stuck. Now at 120 volts, likely I'd pull away and
Yeah.
be fine.
Well, I've got popped by 120 a couple times when wiring houses and stuff. It happens.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I haven't been hit
No, it's
yet.
not.
I don't want it.
Really? You've never been hit?
Nope.
I've been hit a couple times. It's not fun, but you don't die.
I don't want that. I don't want that. Now tell me this. Why is it that I am not even able to feel the 12 volt?
I have no idea.
I need to get John Spiker on. We should talk about this. Why is it I could, like, when I'm replacing pixels while they're live, and I have a live line, and I can sit there and lick my fingers and twist the wires up and everything, and I'm fine. Is it because, and it's a lot of this, I don't know DC current very well. Is it because I'm wearing rubber shoes and I'm not grounded?
No, that shouldn't be it. Because you take a 9-volt battery and you touch it to your tongue, you can feel it.
Exactly. So why can't I feel those 12 volts?
It's just probably low enough, is my layman's guess. I don't know. John!
Maggie! Yeah, call John! Oh, this has been fun. Anything else that you got for me?
No, I mean I've obviously arced a couple things when working on stuff on the bench, but popped a few fuses. And everybody, unlike usual, under or not understood how GFCIs are a royal pain in the ass your first year doing AC.
Yeah, if you're doing exterior illuminations with GFCIs, they can be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I learned that if I installed two GFCIs right next to each other and then they shared the load, they wouldn't trip. But they were still technically working. Right? I was right at that barrier.
I went through my entire season this year, entire Christmas lighting season, did not have a single trip to GFCI. And all of my lights, everything outside that is all of my lights run through GFCIs.
And so do mine, and I didn't have a single one trip at all this year either.
Not
and I think once you're doing pixels, yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, those won't really do it, but
they don't trip it.
Nope. I wanted to say shit because there's a really big zoo. Well, not the zoo's really big. The zoo's fairly small comparatively, but they do a very big light show. And one of the rainy nights that we had, they publicly stated, like, and it was like a Friday night too, and they had to like publicly put out the lights are turned off tonight due to the rain. And I so badly wanted to like promote our show, like, build it right. You don't have to shut down for the rain.
Well, AC lights are hard though.
They are.
If there's any damage,
but our average
right.
audience does not understand that.
Right.
They don't realize that, those are AC, we're DC, and
right.
The differences. So I wanted to talk shit, but I didn't. It was beneath me.
I mean, because correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, with DC lights, if you have exposed wires and water penetrates, then it blows the fuse on that port, right? Just like an AC, so it never makes its way back. You've got that fuse protection, or am I wrong?
I believe that that's the way it is. Yes.
Right.
That's the point, is that you've got the fuse, you've got other redundancies in the way.
Before it ever makes it to the GFCI, unless there's your controller box is full of water.
And see, we need somebody smarter than this. I believe, though, part of it too is that there's the difference with AC. You've got your hot and your neutral, and with DC, that relationship between the positive and the negative is different. The relationship isn't the same.
Right.
So when they get interrupted by moisture, the way it reacts to the moisture is different. I think there's something there as well.
And with Vinny's vast electrical theory, he is available to wire your house any day that you need him.
Let's be precise here. Vinny is a low voltage electrician. Okay? Vinny is low voltage. He does not do high volt stuff. So if you need new wires ran to make your internet work, I could do that. I could do that. Do you want new cameras put in? I could do that. Yeah. Yep. No, I work exclusively.
Shit, man.
I work exclusively. No, that's the point of the show. Don't give me shit. That is your job. I work exclusively on commercial jobs, and I run low voltage wiring. So, like right now, I am doing a corporate headquarters that is a small 3-story building, and I've got 600 something data jacks, between all the offices and the whole building. And the offices, the conference rooms, the TVs, all that other stuff, all of them have a data jack that you plug your computer into. I do all of that. All the card access controls to get into various areas of the building, I do all of that. All the security cameras, I do all that. Yep. That's what I do. Yeah, so some people would say I'm not a real electrician. Technically, I'm a real electrician.
Oh, yeah. Because do you have to get certified for both or not in your state?
So, no, technically, I am not licensed to go put an outlet in your house.
Right. Because I believe Washington, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Washington, to get your low voltage, you have to get your high voltage too, if I remember correctly. You have to be licensed for both.
See, now, in our world, wow. In my world, the high voltage side can do both. They are licensed to do both. It's automatically, as you get your high volt license, you're licensed to do low volt. Right. I'm not licensed to do high volt, so you'd say they're higher licensed than me, and they are technically, but they make like 60 cents an hour more than me, which is, compared to a union electrician, come on, 60 cents an hour, that's chump change. So
0.005%.
So so it's an issue of what they have to do. Their job is so much harder, so much more dangerous, and they make like this tiny bit more money. No way.
Vinny just doesn't want to get shocked.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But in his defense, have you seen him lately? He's a beautiful man. We learned this, remember?
You never know. Maybe the hair will start growing back. A little electrolysis.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been fun. All right, sure. Should we call it a night?
Sure.
Say it's been a fun episode, and we got to learn about Jay being dumb and injuring himself.
Yeah.
Things like nail guns and other things. And the point of these fun episodes are that you get to learn that, you know what, all the people that you see, all the people that you hear about, that you know about, whatever, that you got to learn everybody's dumb. Everybody's dumb. We all do dumb shit. So for the people that feel like, you know what, I've done so much dumb shit and I feel stupid about it, no. I am one of them that has done more than my fair share. So,
And one more thing. I think that Vinny, as much as one of the things we came up with tonight, I would really encourage you that it has come up before. If you're at a clap or you're at a mini or you're at an event where they talk about ladder safety, pay attention, because if you haven't fallen yet, you will fall soon.
mm-hmm.
We all do. Pay attention.
I like the recent one of the extension ladder that he didn't tie off, which, in my defense, I've never tied off an extension ladder. However, I am very mindful of my extension ladder, where it's set, how it's set. So I've never had one fall over.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That was pretty funny. And then he was trapped on the roof. That was pretty good because his extension ladder fell over. Yeah. He was stuck left. Now, that was very much Griswoldy. That was a Griswold moment. So,
yeah.
Yep. But it was funny. You know what's funny? I feel more safe on an extension ladder. I'm not more safe. I feel more confident and comfortable on an extension ladder than I do on an A-frame ladder.
Really? I hate extension ladders. I can't stand them.
I feel more confident and safe. But I credit it that I've had a lot of firefighter training.
Right.
I've spent a lot of time on extension ladders. And with extension ladders, I have hauled tons of heavy equipment, gone up and down off roofs in like speedy, timed, fast fashion with heavy equipment. And I think I developed a confidence with all of that. With A-frame ladders, 8-footers, I am good. 10-footers, if I get up to that top level, if I'm against a wall or something, or I'm on the ceiling where I'm touching something with my hands, I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm in an open room where I don't have anything around me, no way. I feel shady as hell, and I won't do it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm a girl. By that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not PC. I am a whiny baby.
With a man cold.
Both when I have a man cold and when I have to get on a tall A-frame ladder. I'm a whiny girl. Oh. I'm a whiny. God damn it! I called myself a girl.
Did it again.
I'm not PC. I'm sorry. Let's just acknowledge that I'm not a PC person. And I'm sorry.
Please insert comments below.
Yep. No, we'll already get plenty of comments, shit given about you guys are dumb with your AC stuff you think you know. You know nothing. But don't worry, I'll tell you what you're wrong about. Oh, we'll get that.
Yeah.
I envision that that's what trolls sound like. Here's the deal. Next time you read comments by the some of the trolls in the lighting community, you read them in this voice. It's just a very very odd, maybe kind of almost Ukrainian elderly man type of voice.
Kind of a little bit like Borat.
It just, I don't know, something dumb. But you read it. What? You put Pixels and Koro upside down? Are you dumb?
For those listening and watching, we don't think Ukrainians are dumb. Please ignore it.
Only that the voice was dumb.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. It's been good. All right. We've hit our time limit. We hit best call tonight. Thank you very much, Jay. I appreciate it.
And thank you for having me, sir.
It's been fun. It's been fun. I like these episodes. They're fun. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Be safe at work. Like always, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Leave a rating. We have fun. I don't care what you say in a rating, but it's awesome if you leave one. That'd be great. Love you. Oh, if you do leave a 5-star rating, Jay, I'll pay you $10.
No.
Yeah. Bye-bye.